Hello and welcome to lecture 2 of the course in soil mechanics. My name is Sachin Verma. Let's continue. So topic we are going to cover today are specific gravity, relative density, some important relationships and some numerical based on these relationships. So let's first understand what is specific gravity. Specific gravity, actually this can be distinguished as two types in soil mechanics. One is true or absolute specific gravity, another one is apparent or mass specific gravity. True and absolute specific gravity. Let's understand this. Firstly, specific gravity of soil solids G, which is represented by G, is the ratio of weight of given volume of solid to weight of an equivalent volume of water at 4 degrees Celsius. What it want to say is that if you take a beaker which is showing indication of volume of material in it and you fill it with the soil solids only up to some particular volume, then you again take this same type of beaker which is again showing reading of volume and again you fill this with some water. Then if you divide weight of this soil solid to weight of this water, then you will get true or absolute specific gravity. Also, it can be calculated by dividing gamma s to gamma w, which is unit weight of soil solid to unit weight of water. Actually, this is the value of G for majority of soil are between 2.6 to 2.75, but this is for only inorganic soil. But for organic soil this is little less, it is 1.2 to 1.4. In any calculation, if you don't have given any value of G and that is inorganic soil, you can use value between 2.6 to 2.75. Let's go further. As you can see here, G is directly proportional to mineral content of iron, mica or another. It want to say that if we increase amount of mineral contents, then value of G will also go upward and is inversely proportional to amount of organic content. It means if we increasing amount of organic content, respectively value of G is going down. Another case you can see the G of fine grained soil is more than G of coarse grained soil. What is apparent or mass mass specific gravity? This is represented by Gm. Mass specific gravity is a specific gravity of the soil mass and is defined as ratio of total weight of given mass of soil to weight of equivalent volume of water. In this case the difference is in numerator term. Here you can see the ratio of total weight of given mass of soil. Total weight can be bulk unit weight, can be dry unit weight, can be saturated unit weight to unit weight of water. Again, if you take two beakers and pour certain amount of soil and in this you pour that much volume of water, but in this case this is not a weight of only soil solid, this can be dry weight, this can be bulk unit weight, or this can be saturated. Soil can be saturated condition, dry condition or bulk condition. Also, always apparent or mass specific gravity is always less than true or absolute specific gravity. Why it is so? Because that, as you can see, mass unit weight, whether it is bulk, dry or saturated unit weight, are always less than unit weight of soil solid. These specific gravities are measured in 27 degrees Celsius, which is room temperature. Let's go further. The second topic we are going to cover is relative density. Always keep one thing in mind. Whenever this term come like relative density, it only used for cohesionless soil. Cohesionless soil. So relative density, it is used to define uh, denseness of cohesionless soil. Okay, it can be calculated by subtracting E max minus E natural divided by E max minus minimum. What is this? Is wide ratio. It is wide ratio. It is used to compare degree of denseness of two soil. Which soil? Cohesionless soil. Cohesionless soil. So it can be value can be ranged from 0 to 100%, and as you can see, as relative density value is increasing, so the density of soil, see 0 to 15% we have very loose soil, then we have 15 to 30 loose soil, and so on. We have increasing density as we going large in number. Let's go further. So there are one note. See, when particles are arranged in cubical array, we can get maximum wide ratio. See, if you are getting maximum wide ratio, what it is indicating? It is indicating that the volume of wides are more. See, wide ratio more. What is wide ratio? Volume of wide upon volume of soil solid. More value of volume of wide means more wide ratio. Okay, so higher the number of wide ratio means more number of wides. So maximum wides ratio can be achieved in cubical array. What is this cubical array? See here. Sorry, let me redraw this one. If you have, this is soil particle, this is soil particle, and another layer of soil particle is just above these soil particles. See here, like this. Other layer is just above this one. So this is cubical array, and what is, and in this type of array you are getting maximum value of E, which is 91%, and particle are arranged in prismoidal array or rhomohedral array, you will get minimum value of E minimum value, which is 35%. What is this prismoidal array? See, if you are arranging one layer of soil particle, it may be in contact here, no problem, and another layer is just between these two particles where it is intersecting, and another keep on going like this, then you will get something like this. So this type of arrangement is called prismoidal array, and you will get minimum wide ratio in this type of formation. Then another, as we you can see, we have another term called relative compaction. Relative compaction, this is also used to indicate degree of denseness of soil, but in this case it can be for cohesive or cohesionless, both of kind of soil. It can be found by dividing gamma d to gamma d max. Gamma d is unit weight, dry unit weight in any bulk condition, dry unit weight in any condition, and gamma d maximum means unit weight in maximum dry density. Maximum dry density unit weight we are getting in when soil is compacted to its maximum potential. Okay. Hmm. Then we are now going to see some important relationships. Some important relationships. First relation. First relation is between gamma D and gamma bulk. Dry unit weight and bulk unit weight. So gamma, as you can see here, gamma sorry gamma D is equal to gamma upon 1 plus W. What is W? It is water content. It is water content. See, you are doing some test, you are getting the value of this bulk unit weight. Then you find dry unit weight. How will you convert? You will use this formula. This formula is very important when you will do uh, standard standard Proctor or modified Proctor test, or in many other tests also, but especially in a standard or modified Proctor test. Another, the uh, relation between volume of soil solid to total volume and E is wide ratio. So volume of soil solid is equal to total volume upon a 1 plus E. But you can where you can use this formula. See, if any problem you will be have to uh, compact soil by taking it from the borrow pit to in the field in different value of E, then definitely the total volume of that soil will going to change, but volume of soil solid will be constant. In that case, you will need to find the volume of soil solid from total volume and value of wide ratio. Another relation is between porosity and wide ratio. So porosity is can be found by E upon 1 plus E, and wide ratio can be found from porosity divided by 1 minus n upon 1 minus n. See, in soil mechanics most of time porosity is not very good indicator. We very little cases will use porosity value, but most of cases we will be using value of wide ratio. Another equation is between E, W, G and S, which is wide ratio, water content, specific gravity and degree of saturation. So SE is equal to WG. There is one shortcut to learn this, which is called Sevag. Sevag, you have to learn this word Sevag. Then you can easily remember this equation. Okay. So relation to find bulk unit weight from GEW and gamma W. See, these two equations are relevant. You have to just learn this one and you can easily find this equation. So bulk unit weight can be found at G plus ES into gamma W upon 1 plus E. Remember this. And if you need to find saturated unit weight, gamma saturated, then you will definitely in the at the value of S you will place 1. You will place 1 because degree of saturation for fully saturated soil we have 100% or 1. When you place 1 you will definitely get G plus E. See this equation, nothing is different, plus at the place of S we have 1 plus E. Okay, and another equation we have bulk unit weight in term of W, water content. Here we will be not giving given any water content value, but here we are given water content value but not degree of saturation. Then you can use this for G plus gamma W upon 1 plus W upon 1 plus V, where gamma W is unit weight of water. Unit weight of water. Another, if you remember this equation, you can definitely find value of dry unit weight. How you will can find value of dry unit weight? How? See, for dry soil, what is value of W? What is value of W for dry soil? What is W? Weight of what? Moisture content, which is weight of water upon weight of soil solid. For the dry soil condition, weight of water is what? 0. So water content for dry soil is 0, and if we place 0 here, 0 plus 1 1, and 1 multiply this unit, so we will get only this portion, which you can see further. So here gamma dry value is G into gamma W upon 1 plus E, and if you remember this equation, you can easily find this one. See, what is value of E? Use that equation. Save SE is equal to WG. E is equal to WG upon S. See, nothing is different, but in term of E, we have placed WG upon S. And again, in term of porosity, you can use this equation, but as I told you, porosity is not much of use in soil mechanics as compared to E. Okay. Then another equation we will use to find submerged unit weight in term of G and gamma W. What is submerged unit weight? It can be definitely found from a gamma set minus a gamma W. So if you use this equation, final equation you will get will be G minus 1 upon 1 plus E into gamma W. And another equation, we have relation between degree of saturation S, W and G, which is this one. Okay, now we are going to see some numericals. So first numerical, we have given value of a soil sample is having a specific gravity. Soil sample is having a specific gravity. G value is 2.6 and wide ratio E is 0.78. We have G, we have E. The water content in percentage required to we are asked to find W. To fully saturate, remember, highlight fully saturate, remember this term. This fully saturate the soil at wide ratio would be. So let's solve this one. So what we have given is a value of G, sorry, we'll use white color. Okay, we are given value of G is equal to 2.60. Then we are given value of E is equal to 0.78. Then we are given value, then we are asked to find water content value at soil which is fully saturated soil. The value of S is will be 1. This becomes so easy, then you will definitely use the formula Sevag Se is equal to Wg. Term asked is this, and these all are known equation, you can definitely find it. Okay, W is equal to G upon, W is equal to Se upon G. place all the values here and you will get the answer, as you can see here. What they have done is, sorry, let me take another color. So what they have done here, see, W is equal to S1 is equal to this one, G is equal to 2.60. When we divide, we will get 0.3, which is when converted in percentage, we will get 30. Let's go for another question. The dry density of a soil is 1.5 gram per cubic centimeter. Dry density, rho d. If a saturation water content were 50%, we have given value of S, then its saturated density and submerged density would be, okay, saturated density and submerged will be represented by sigma dash. These are unknown equations and two equations are given here. Okay, let's go then. Okay, here what we have given is again rho d value. Rho d is 1.5 gram per cubic centimeter. Then we are given value of W, water content, is 0.50. So firstly let's find rho saturated. Remember the equation I have told you, which is what is value of rho d. You can say also this is also capable for gamma d, but here we are in form of density, not unit weight. Then it is rho d is equal to rho bulk upon 1 plus W. But what here is asked, rho saturated. See, the bulk here is representing from saturated condition. So if we consider here saturated, then we find rho saturated from rho d into 1 plus W. Rho d value is given 1.5 and 1 plus 0.5. 1.5 into 1.5, this will give us a 2.25 gram per cubic centimeter. Then another, we are asked to find a rho submerged. Rho submerged is, can be found over rho saturated minus rho W. Rho saturated we already find, but it is 2.25. Question is what is value of rho W. So rho W can be find out from rho W, as you know, the density of water. What is density of water? It is 1000 kg per meter cube. When you convert this into gram per cubic centimeter, it is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So 2.25 minus 1 will give 1.25 what gram per cubic centimeter. This is our final solution. See, Here you can see what I have done. So this is final answer 1.25. Let's see another example. Sorry, let's take another color with pen. What are the respective value of void ratio, porosity, and saturated density? Rho saturated in kilonewton per meter cube for soil sample which has saturation moisture content. Saturation, see, degree of saturation is 100% and moisture content of 20%, water content of 20%, and specific gravity of grain as 2.6. G is equal to 2.6. Take density of water 10 kilonewton per meter cube. This is density of water. So how will gonna solve this? See, first thing we are asked to find is the value of E. So definitely we are going to use formula Sevag, as we are given value of W, G and S. S is 1, W is already given 20% and water content is given 20% and G is already given as 2.6. G is 2.6. So when you will place all these value, so you will definitely find E is equal to Wg upon S. What is value of Wg? W is 0.2, G is 2.6 and S is 1. 0.2 multiplied 2.6, so 0.2.6 will get a 0.52. Again another formula that we already know. What is value of porosity? N is equal to E upon 1 plus E. Again value of E is 0.52, 0.52 upon 1.52, so 0.34. And what is value of gamma saturated? Gamma saturated, as we already know the equation, it's given by G plus E upon 1 plus E, that we already know. Remember from saturated this equation, G plus E upon 1 plus into gamma W. Okay, we have again value of 2.6. G is 0.52 and 1 plus 0.52 into again value of gamma W in kilonewton per meter cube, that is 10. That is already given. If you calculate all these value, you will get 20.14 as your answer. And what a unit? Here unit is not given. This is definitely kilonewton per meter cube. See, let's further go for last numerical. A soil has void ratio E is 0.69. Moisture content, which is W, is 18%, and specific gravity of particles are Gs. Okay, true specific gravity, this is 2.65. okay, this is not last, this is second last numerical actually. So what will be amount of water added per meter cube to make it saturated? What is amount of water added to make it saturated. Okay. Let's go further. Let's open. Take white color. So we are given here our soil has wide ratio of wide ratio, that is E is equal to 0.69. Then we have moisture content. Water content is given as 18%. And specific gravity, which is given by G, is 2.65. We are asked to find the amount of water that we'll add to make this soil which have all these property, make it saturated. What will be amount of water that we will add? Okay, the key concept we are using to solve these kind of problems are that you already know that if you subtract unit weight of saturated unit weight minus bulk unit weight, you will get amount of water that will be required to in this soil to make it saturated. Why it is so? You'll ask why it is so. See, assume two soils, one is in saturated condition and another one is in bulk condition. So what these soil represent? The soil which is in saturated condition will represent all the whites. If we assume this is the total volume of the soil, then all the whites in saturated condition, all its whites are filled with the water only. See, all the whites have only water. But if we consider, if we consider this is first soil, this was first soil where all the whites are covered with the only water. This is second soil which is in bulk condition. In this, some whites are covered with water and some whites are covered with the air. Some whites have white air, some whites have water. So if we are considering that these both are of same total volume, then if we subtract the unit weight, saturated unit weight of this soil to bulk unit weight, then we'll find excess water in this soil. So this excess water, when we add in this soil, this will become saturated. Very easy. So what was asked in this question was to find amount of water to add to make that soil saturated. So we have we were given with the value of wide ratio, we were given with value of G, we were given with value of E, G and S. Sorry, not S but W. S was not S but W. We were given with the W. So we'll use the equation GW is equal to SE. So G was given as okay. So G was given as there it is. It is 2.65. Then we have given value of water content as 18%, or we can write it as 0.18. Then we have void ratio as 0.69. So you can definitely find S. You will find S. Then let's go in the next page. Okay, here it is. You are given here is a take highlighter. Value of G, S, W and SC. You'll find value of S. Okay, that is 0.69. Then we need to find value of bulk unit weight and saturated unit weight. So bulk unit weight, you can use this formula G plus SC upon 1 plus C into gamma W. All the values are known. G is known, S is known, here it is, E is known, gamma W is in form of kilonewton per meter cube is 9.81. Fill this equation, you will find value of bulk unit weight and find saturated unit weight. Nothing but we replace value of S of 0.69 with 1 and you will find saturated unit weight. See, saturated unit weight is more than bulk unit weight, so we'll subtract this one and this is final answer. Last numerical. Okay. A field having a volume of 1,50,000 meter cube is to be constructed at void ratio of 0.8. Okay, the borrow pit soil has a void ratio of 1.4. The volume of soil required in meter cube to be extracted from borrow pit will be. Let me clarify this question for you. See, we have two conditions given here. One is condition of fill, one is borrow pit. Sorry for handwriting, I'm writing with mouse. So okay, so in the fill we know its total volume. In the fill we know its total volume is as 1,50,000 meter cube is required total volume of this fill, and it is predetermined that the void ratio that we are final void ratio that we are using here for this soil will be 0.8. This is the engineering requirements that we required at site of construction, which is our fill. But we are taking soil from somewhere, which is our borrow pit. It's so borrow pit has different value of void ratio. Okay, it has value of void ratio as a 1.4. It has more volume of void ratio. Means in this soil volume of voids are more. That means we are going to compact this soil when we are using this as our fill material. So we are asked to find what is total volume we are taking from here to here. Okay, taking from here to here, so that this much of volume we will finally get in this much of void ratio. So first thing is from looking from here is clear that definitely the volume we are going to uh, carry from here and compact this will be more than 1,50,000 meter cube. This is clear. So let's go further. So definitely we are using here that equation that I told you initially, that volume of soil solid. Always kept in mind that whenever we are compacting any soil and taking it from another location, okay, whatever compaction we make, we can change total volume, but volume of soil solid uh, will be remain constant. Volume of soil solid. Why? Because we are, when we are compacting, we are only extracting the air void, so and we are only decreasing the volume of voids only. Volume of voids and volume of soil solid are remaining constant. So volume of soil solid will, so volume of soil solid from the bore pit soil and from fill should be equated. So volume of soil solid is have total volume of 1 plus E. So this is for bore pit and this one is for a filler material. We are equating both of these. Total volume of fill material is 1,50,000 and wide ratio that we are using inside is 0.8 and the bore pit wide ratio is 1.4. So at final we have all the known values, see, and only unknown values v1. So final v1 is we're rearranging this equation and calculating, we find it is 2 lakh meter cube of total volume. Okay, this was our last numerical, and tomorrow lecture we'll see method of determination of water content by different techniques. Thank you very much.